outside, which is why we have the windows closed so you can't see what you could be doing outside. So this is really pretty incredible that you're all here in this room, and it's almost packed, and it will be packed as the evening goes on. To see so many people coming out and kind of willing to learn about what this wonky tool of inclusionary zoning is, and to really be willing to engage in a conversation about housing affordability. I think it really demonstrates how much of a topic this is in Portland right now in all of our communities, and how many folks are really excited, ready to engage in a conversation about it. So you should really commend yourself. Look around the room. Just take a look around at your neighbors. Look at all these wonderful faces. Some faces you may recognize, other ones you may not. This is what our community here in Southeast Portland looks like, and it's pretty fabulous. Thank you for coming. So just some housekeeping. The restrooms are on the second floor. You should go out the back doors. They are upstairs. We will be doing some video recording. I see an official video recorder, and then a few other folks are also recording. So just be conscious of how you're moving around this room. Speaking of delicious treats, shout out to Hoda's, Middle Eastern food. Everyone loves that. And Petite Provence Division. And if you go visit Petite Provence Division, my office is right next door, around the corner on 49, so you should come say hi too. So thanks again for the food donations. Thanks to Creston Kenilworth Neighborhood Association. This is normally the building that they have to host their neighborhood association, and they actually are making housing affordability a priority tonight, so we're taking use of their space. So thanks to all the community members of Creston Kenilworth. And thanks again to Community Music Center. This is a beautiful space, and they're donating the use of this space for this conversation tonight, and their staff is staying late for us to eat here. So thank you again. My name is Vivian Satterfield, and I'm just going to quickly go down the line of the folks who are seated here on stage. You'll hear from all of them during the course of the evening. I've got Tamara Lynn, Cameron Harrington, Jess Larson, and we have a fabulous interpreter. I don't know her name, but she's doing a great job.
Ashley, this is Jenna.
Ashley and Jenna, thank you. I also want to acknowledge some elected representatives in the room today. I hope I'm not missing anyone. Councilor Stacy, please. Thank you for your service. Representative Nose in the back. Thank you for your service. It's fantastic that we have elected officials who are willing to be in the audience and engaging in this conversation. Please make a point. They represent a lot of us in this room, so please make a point of saying hello during the course of the evening if you're able to. I just want to, I'm a community organizer, so I have the whole list of ground rules that we have to go through, so you can bear with me here. We are going to do question and answers at the very end of the presentations. We hope to be able to address a lot of the questions that you may come in the door thinking about during the course of it. But of course, inclusionary zoning and housing affordability is a massive topic. So please try to hold your questions until the very end. And we're hoping to stay on time and be efficient so we can really have a robust discussion this evening. Just remember that we're all here because of the issues that we care about, so please respect the presenters that are up here and the opinions of everyone in this room. So with that in mind, some ground rules. For those of you who don't usually step up, please feel free in this space to step up. For those of you who like to raise your hand and always know the answer, perhaps tonight's an opportunity for you to practice stepping back. Which one do you think I am? Let's assume best intentions. Housing affordability is a tough topic to talk about in a public space, so let's please assume best intentions for everyone. And along that line, we're talking about community here, so please, no in-depth personal stories. You'll be hearing some, but as we get into the Q&A, let's keep things in the realm of the topics that are both possible and probable. And there's lots of jargon around this topic that we're talking about today. So, I'm going to try my best. We're all going to try our best to use language that's accessible for everyone. But understand that these are complicated topics with a lot of just jargony things. And I'm going to remind folks again before we get to the Q&A at the end of the evening about some of those ground rules. Think we are all good on those? Thumbs up? Excellent. So I want to introduce, talk a little bit about myself. Again, I'm Vivian Satterfield. I am the Deputy Director at OPAL Environmental Justice Oregon. We're a local nonprofit located right around the corner from Petit Provence in Southeast. And we build power for civil rights and environmental justice in our communities, in all of our communities. I've been with OPAL for 2 years and some change. I'm originally from Chicago, Illinois, born and raised. I moved out to Portland about 6 years ago. And since I moved out to Portland, really just to get away from Chicago winters, I've only lived exclusively in Southeast neighborhoods, Brooklyn, Woodstock, and now Foster Powell. Actually, this is my second time back in Foster Powell. So, I moved 3 times in 4 years as a renter with my partner due to housing inaccessibility and unaffordability. Every time I thought I would find a good place, inevitably our rent would go up or a situation would happen, and we both had incomes, we were both working full time, but we moved a lot, and that was pretty rough to, uplift our roots every time we got to a community that we thought we fit in and have to move. But now I'm a homeowner as of August 2014. I live in Foster Powell now. And before coming to OPAL, I worked with Rose CDC in Outer Southeast working on affordable housing issues. So housing is something I care deeply about. It has affected me throughout my entire life, and it's something I have a little bit of experience in, and that's why I guess I was asked to hold this microphone today. So at OPAL, I really learned more about the root causes of injustice in our communities, not only for transit injustice, but also housing injustice for working class families and the most vulnerable people in our neighborhoods. And that's how I came to learn about Oregon's now 15-year-long ban on inclusionary zoning. And that's a distinction that we only share with Texas folks. So, and when I tell people that, they always kind of cringe. I've never been to Texas, but apparently it's something that we should be proud about. And so that's just a little bit. I spent the last 2 years really gaining my own capacity to learn about inclusionary zoning. I do not have all the answers. I am not an expert. I just hope to be able to share alongside all my panelists what I've learned about this valuable tool and why I think that our communities deserve to have serious conversations about it and to really harness the power. I'm being told to stop. Thank you, timekeeper, for keeping me on time.